Hello, everybody. The speech that I will be giving today will be a commemorative speech about my best friend and my grandfather, whose name was Otis Ray Bass. My grandfather is 90 years old, and he has been such an influence in my life. Earlier in his life, he was a shoe salesman, then he owned his own wallpapering business. I used to help him whenever I was a kid in the summers, and after retiring, he was a lawnmower mechanic out of the shop in the back of his house. That helped keep him busy during his retirement. He ran a year-round ad in the Amarillo newspaper, and people referred to him as the Lawnmower Man. He built up a large clientele of regulars, as well as bought and sold used lawnmowers that he would fix up to subsidize his retirement. He did this up until about a month ago, when he had a surgery to fix a hiatal hernia, and this took a pretty good toll on him. After the surgery, he had a hard time eating and drinking. The food just wasn't going down. After they ran several tests, several weeks later, they finally found out that his stomach and his esophagus was not moving the food through as it should. And therefore, they decided he needed a permanent feeding tube for nutrition. By this time, though, he had lost a significant amount of strength and weight. However, he kept fighting, and now he has a feeding tube and is doing physical therapy. Also, he kept fighting, and during this time, one of the days when the wind reached 70 miles an hour here in Amarillo, his roof blew off. And when I say off, I mean completely off, totally exposing the insulation in the attic. However, he never let this get to him despite all of the stuff he was going through, and he kept a positive attitude. But on a lighter note, I can think of countless times as a kid and even as an adult that we have had fun, played, laughed, built things together. We had lake houses right next to each other at Greenbelt, which is about an hour east of here in Clarendon, Texas. Over the 25 years that we had that, we worked on the houses, added porches and spare rooms to them. We fished, sat around bonfires. At an early age, he taught me how to build and properly stoke a fire, which my mom, of course, was not a big fan of at the time. And one of my fondest memories was when I was around 11 years old and I was out on summer break. I had stayed with my grandparents at the lake the whole week. And my parents were coming down that weekend after the work week. During the week, my grandpa had been teaching me to ride the jet ski all by myself. I was probably about 11 years old again. And he also taught me how to do donuts, where you go real fast and you turn real hard and throw somebody off the back. Anyways, when my mom came down that weekend, we had her come down to the beach where I was going to show her how he was letting me drive the jet ski, of course with him on the back. However, when he went to step on behind me, I floored it and took off without him on the back. I could hear my mom screaming over the sound of the waves and the engine, and of course waving her arms madly. I could also see my grandfather standing right next to her, laughing uncontrollably, bent fully over. Little did my mom know we had planned this all week long. My grandfather used to also make knives and do woodworking that he would sell throughout the year at different gun and knife shows. He taught me and helped me to make several knives that I still own to this day. About a year and a half ago, I told my parents that I wanted to get a travel trailer due to my grandpa having an RV and due to his age. I was unsure as to how much longer he would be able to do that sort of thing. And I wanted to be able to go with him and take my family and let the two boys of mine have time with him outdoors, just as I did whenever I was when I was their age, excuse me. We went on 3 trips the first year we had them, and we had 2 trips planned this year. Unfortunately, the first trip of this year he was unable to go to due to all of the issues that he was having. Now that he is feeling better and getting his nutrition, he hopes to be strong enough to go on the other one that we planned, and he is doing physical therapy 3 times a week to get strong enough. I'm just so thankful every single day that I took the leap to get that travel trailer, and that my parents also took the leap to get the travel trailer, so that we at least got 3 great trips with him and the rest of the family, even if he doesn't make it to any more. I know those trips meant the world to not only him, but me and the rest of my family as well. My grandpa also taught me to always help others any way that I can, which he continuously showed me throughout his actions, throughout my life. He also taught me to live and enjoy life and to not stress and to have fun in everything you do. My grandpa was always a joker, and throughout my life would call me on my birthday and sing happy birthday to himself. And at the beginning of this month, June 4th actually, my oldest son Daxon turned 4, and my grandpa called and sang him happy birthday to himself. And the look on my son's face was priceless, just as I'm sure the look on my face was way back then. It melted my heart to see my son, who said Papa B sang happy birthday to himself on my birthday. That's silly. Just as he did for me all of those years back. Having this wonderful man in my life has been a true blessing and made me not only a better person, but a better dad, husband, friend. I will always cherish the times we had and continue to have, and I hope that my 2 sons follow in his footsteps just as I have. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great day.